Okay,
Born
that's
there.
good. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone, and welcome along to the penultimate round of the ILR2 World Championship here from Interlagos, Brazil. Alongside me today, I've got Jamie Mubata. Jamie, excited here in Brazil? Looking forward to it?
Oh yeah, Brazil is normally a good track. It normally puts up a spicy race, one or two. Obviously the championship's been settled, but that won't stop us from seeing some great action in Interlagos tonight.
Yeah, and I'll say something else. The weather can always be unpredictable in Interlagos, but it's dry here today. It's partially cloudy skies, dry and cloudy. That is the track conditions. 35 degrees temperature. But tomorrow we are expecting a little bit of rain for the race, so make sure you tune in.
Ooh.
20 minutes in, it's saying some light rain, and then it's to dry up again. So a little light sprinkle mid-race. How interesting is that? Now a lot of the cars have rushed out onto the racetrack here, not having, possibly not even having read the weather, Jamie. Now that could be straight
That could be
away a big
crucial.
mistake.
Oh yeah.
That could, and that is very silly. Now, who? Obviously, they may have checked it quickly, but the last thing you want to do is go out in soft tyres now. Straight away, the soft tyre. It seems like the stupid choice because if you go out in the medium or hards, you will be able to drive into that rain shower and do one less stop. So who has been suckered here right away? It seems like the entire field is
It
out on the
seems like the
racetrack
entire
already.
field.
Uh, so the commentators should really be out on the racetrack showing them how it's done. Well, 14 cars of the 20, but the two commentators, of course, have ventured out onto the racetrack. And before we go through who's out there at the moment, let's just have a quick rundown of the championship standings. We have a world champion, don't we, Jamie? Last week, Michelangelo being crowned the champion, a huge lead in the standings.
Dominated, mate.
163 points. His nearest rival's on 75. What an absolute thumping he has given the field this season. He is on top. Then it's Daniel Tizoc in second. CJ is in third place in the standings. Fourth position is Stephen, who is not with us tonight. 4-6 is in fifth in the standings. Lickle Block sixth. It's Me is in seventh. Zalin eighth. And Lyle Blade is in ninth. The Watchman 10th. Parkway Drive 11th. Tau is in 12th. Johnny 13th. Carl 14th. And so on. So Jamie, I think you've got the list there. We've got quite a few drivers in here as a reserve tonight, filing in. If you're able to fill us in on who they are.
Yeah, so let me go through the race director. Let's take a look here. So I know we have Lewis W03, the American actually, who's new here tonight. I've raced him before. He's a very fun guy to race against. He's a good lad. Demon Ash is making his second uh in I guess you could say in season debut. I believe Carl Meds is also a new reserve, but this is his second race in. Pacifian is actually a new one too. I've never seen him race before, but obviously he's gonna bump and grind and get into it. Probably get a seat for next season. I know Silent Assassin is also a reserve. He was racing in ILR 1, I believe, next week, and today is in ILR 2. Is the Force Indio runs well wide at turn 4, and I believe that is it for our reserve drivers today. So it's quite a full grid. It's quite a full grid, and hopefully we'll see some fun and entertaining racing tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. I think it's going to be really good. A full grid, as you say, Jamie. The whole grid there, obviously a few reserves, but let's have a quick look then. We've got some times on the board nice and early here. Maxi T has gone quick. It's a 110 flat. Wow, that is quick.
Whoa,
Very quick
okay.
out of the blocks. A 110 flat, a full 7 tenths quicker than Zalin. Look at that. That
But
is
Zal's
very
in the
quick.
mediums.
But
That's a
he's
good
on.
lap.
Zalin is on the mediums though, so that is impressive. And another thing we have to say right away, Maxi T, you might have done a 110 flat, but it's going to be raining in the race right
Yeah.
away. And you're going to have to come into the pits quite early on. We think the rain could change, the forecast could change. But that is the impression that we are getting from the weather forecasters. But Maxi T at the moment on top with a 110.0. Then Michelangelo, your world champion, a 110.396. Partway Drive now pops into third, a 110.6. Zalin fourth, 110.7 on the mediums. Partway Drive, incidentally, also on the mediums in third there. Johnny fourth, Leave 2K is in sixth. It's Frisky CJ seventh. Lyle Blade is in eighth, and 4-6 is ninth as Lickle Blocks pops into eighth place there. So Jamie, what kind of lap times are we expecting then for the pole time? If they're going to run on the soft tyre, is that going to be difficult to beat then? That super quick lap
Uh,
time.
See, here's the situation. I don't know if you want to beat it because the situation is raining tomorrow. It's raining. It's gonna be a wet race. So I'd say five drivers have been caught out because they're on the soft tire. The rest are on mediums. So maybe they have taken a look at the weather. Either that or I don't know. The rain is 20 minutes in, but you have to remember with this game is that even though it says the rain is in 20 minutes, it could rain within like the next 5 minutes in real time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maxi T might get away with it, but I really don't see. I don't know. At the 10.0, I don't know if he can go any faster than that. Maybe a 109. We might see like a high 109 at the very end of the session, but there's not going to be very many people who want to beat that time, as everyone else is going to want to start on the mediums.
The medium tire,
On the
exactly.
medium
Exactly.
tires.
There's 4 drivers out there with a time in the top 10 on softs, so they are locked into that at the moment in the top 10. That they are Maxi T, Michelangelo, Johnny, and Lyle Blade at the moment. And I'll say something else, Jamie. There is certainly potential for a 109 because the theoretical best is a 109. The 109.9 in the first sector goes to Parkway Drive. The final 2 sectors, Maxi T here in Brazil. So give us a quick idea of your favourite corners around this track. What is it that's so good about Interlagos? It's one of the old school tracks, Jamie, a bit like Spa. We were there a few weeks ago. Monza, we were there recently as well. I mean, what is it about Interlagos that sets it apart from those more modern racetracks?
I don't know. It feels like it's a very historic feel of Brazil. I really enjoy the Senna S's. Not many people like it, but it takes a lot of skill, especially with the what's the word I'm looking for? The undulations of the track, the camber of turn 1. It's very hard to get your braking zone correct, but when you do, hooking up the Senna S feels absolutely amazing. Like honestly, that's one of my favorite parts of the tracks. We saw was it Verstappen go around the outside of Perez there 2 seasons ago? Rosberg, yeah, no, in the rain, that was Rosberg, right? But in the dry, I believe it was Verstappen on Perez in 2015, and that was a phenomenal move. Honestly, moves that the Senna S's they take a lot of skill, and they're incredible to watch.
Yeah, they sure are, and hopefully we'll see some of these drivers do that tomorrow in the race. Obviously, a little bit of rain gives them more options, really, more variability of lines into the Senna S.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It would be really interesting to see, and yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic race tomorrow. And yeah, I agree. I totally love the circuit. I love the racetrack, and I have to say that, as you say, the undulation of the racetrack is so many steep climbs and big drops around the track. And again with the rain, that's another issue, of course. So many rivers can form across the racetrack and makes it very tricky for the drivers. But there are so many fans coming out here in Brazil. They love the Formula One as well. Great atmosphere in the grandstands. And of course, you've got to love that uphill climb before down the start-finish straight. A real sense of speed, isn't it?
It's a real sense of speed. And honestly, this is such a brilliant track. I really do wish it was still the final round of the season. But hey, at least it's still on the calendar, am I right?
Yeah, of course. At least it is. And I'll tell you what, Zalin has now forfeited those medium tyres and went out in the soft tyres, James. He's done a 1:10.0 himself. So the time has been sliced down a little bit. He goes half a tenth quicker than Maxi T, the Hungarian driver. What a lap that is. But he's on soft tyres, and as we keep saying, Jamie, the medium seems like the one to start on at the moment.
I think it is the tire to start on, actually. And I'm just checking to make sure. He did have a warning, but that was because he was speeding in the pit lane, so he's alright. So that's a legit time. That's a 1:10.0.
Yeah,
wow.
well.
Almost in the 109s. I really do want to see a lap in the 109s. That'll be phenomenal.
Again, they're threatening to do it.
They're threatening.
The theoretical best is whittled down into 109.8 now, so it's going down a little bit more.
Wow.
So, I think we're in for... Oh, there you go. There's the 109. Maxi T pops out.
Oh, 109.9.
And there is the quickest lap of the session so far. The 19s are broken.
Wow.
Are you watching? Can you deliver that later on? What a blistering
What a
time
blistering lap.
Maxi T.
That is the fastest lap I've ever seen here in Brazil. Bloody hell, what a mega lap. What a mega lap. And that lap was legitimate, by the way, because he also had a warning, but that was for speeding in the pit lane. So that is a legit lap. Wow, what a lap.
Well done to Maxi T. And now we've got 3 different drivers with 3 of the best sectors in the session. Zalin set the best purple first sector. Maxi T's got the purple middle. Zalin's got the purple final as well. My bad. But there you go. Very, very tight between those two. Half a tenth in it. Wow, that is close. Michelangelo.
That's very close.
We know what he's like in the race. We know how quick he is in race trim. Although they're on soft tyres. The CJ pops out 4th place now. A 1:10.4. Half a second off the pace. Wow.
So this is quite a, I don't know, 2 seconds I'm on the field. It's not too bad for about 16, 17 drivers. Is Dimanashko's 9th, 1.5 off.
Yep.
I think he's in the Mercedes. So he's a teammate of Maxi T. So Maxi T carrying the Mercedes team there a bit. I'm expecting a really good lap from Luis down in 18th. I know he has the pace. I know he can put it somewhere very close to pole position. I've seen him in PSF1. He's a very, very fast driver, and honestly, he's gonna be one. He's definitely gonna be one to watch today.
Yeah, it sure is. But who is the quickest driver that set a lap on mediums? That is the big question at the moment. Because
The fastest medium runner.
yeah, who's the fastest medium runner? Actually, I'm saying that, but see when I look at the drivers, see when I look at the tyre choice,
Everyone's on
soft tyres
softs.
track at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that a glitch? Or is that
No.
legitimate?
I think everyone actually has gone to the soft tires actually because a lot of people were on the medium tires and now they're trying to go quicker on the softs. That's a bit interesting though, seeing as there's gonna be rain and I guess no one's gonna gamble the rain. So, so
Yeah,
pretty
well,
much every
that's
single
what I
car is on
did.
the soft tires.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is exactly what I did in China in my first race in the ILR. I saw the weather, didn't qualify, and just fired a set of mediums on and just drove the car into the rain until the rain came down. So it's very surprising to see nobody else going to do that. Maybe they just haven't realised. But Jamie, that was the first thing I spotted when we came into the qualifying session. And interestingly, many of these drivers are either not
opting for the
that,
soft.
or just felt, well, it's not worth gambling. They want the grid spot. So we'll see how that pans out. So Parkway Drive then, has he improved? Yeah, he has. He's gone second quickest, Jamie. Look at that.
Let's see what's Parkway
Look
Drive
how
done.
tight it is between the
Oh,
top three.
10.0, almost in the 109s.
110.011. There is half a 10. Incredible.
That's incredible stuff.
Four.
Man,
Yeah,
these
for
drivers
some
are
race
very
tomorrow.
close. Luca Blocks
Sorry?
gets himself into third place with a 10.3.
Yep.
Just barely ahead of Michelangelo. Wow!
There's nothing in it. Nothing.
10,000 separate them.
Yep, indeed. Not much at all. Who we got out there on our lap then? Let's see who we can find. Winding one up at the moment. Who's out there, Jamie? Who do we think?
Let's see who we can spectate
Right,
here.
man.
Let's see who's on an
Johnny's coming
absolute
out
flyer.
of the pits. CG, I think, is on one. No, he's not. He's on an in lap or an out lap. Johnny's coming to the end of a lap or about to start one. He's currently 7th in the Haas. He's on the soft tyre. Is he going to improve? I'm not sure if he's starting a lap or he's coming in, I think. No, he's not. He's going to complete this. I'm not sure if he's starting one or ending one. We're about to find out. Up to the line. He's currently 7th and he stays 7th at the moment. So I think this is his quick lap now then, as he goes very, very wide into turn 1 through the Senate S's, and he's made a complete mess of it. He's abandoned it immediately.
Who was that?
I tried to build up some sort of box office for that, and then it just all fell to bits as soon as he went into the first corner, didn't he, Jamie? As you said earlier on, so difficult with the camera down there, locked up.
It's really difficult because if you try to hit, you have to have very low brake pressure to take on turn 1, I believe. Because if you take a very early apex, the brakes just lock up. It's very hard to nail that corner because the track is slipping away from you. And I do like it because it requires a lot of skill, but it can ruin a lap before it begins. As a Mercedes is on the track, what has happened there? Oh no, I think Demon Ash, I think he binned it in the pits and the game spawned him out on track, so he definitely crashed in the pit lane. Oh, disaster for him there. You have to be really careful with that pit lane.
Is that not his debut as well, Jamie?
That's his second race in, but that's not a way to make an impact.
Oh my goodness, it's his first ILR official race though, isn't it? He obviously done test races, this is his...
I believe
his second.
As his second. He was in Canada last week.
Okay, sorry, of course, because I wasn't there. But that is not how you want to impress the team
Yeah.
principal. He's going to have to walk back to that garage. A very short walk, considering he done it in the pit lane. But
Bless
he's
him.
going to have to walk back to the garage with a very red face. Like you can imagine, Jamie, that helmet will be staying on until he gets into that pit lane and into that garage. And I'm just having a look at Pacifian. He's coming to the end of a lap, Jamie. He's currently 16th.
let's
He's
see.
debutant as well, is he? Is he not?
Oh, yep, correct.
He's coming
This
up
is his
the line.
first
He's
race
currently
in.
16th.
Still remains 16th. And just a word from the spectators. Is there a way you can like turn up your mic just a tad bit? Like even if it's the smallest echo, we can deal with it. Just like a tad bit.
Okay, I will see what I can do. Some technical issues here, folks. I do apologise.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can turn this up just a little bit. But how is that? Is there an echo with that?
That's perfect. That's way better. I don't even hear an echo.
Good. As long as you don't hear an echo, I'm happy. Everybody's happy. As we
Yes.
get to the business end of the session, the two Haas drivers there, I think they were giving each other a slipstream down the main straight. I'm pretty sure that's what I just seen.
What happened?
Wow.
I've
Haas
noticed they've
drivers
been
were-
doing that a lot. They've been giving each other a slipstream. Oh!
Mercedes.
The
Yep.
Mercedes has hit the back of Lico Blocks. I'm not too sure what happened there. No, that's definitely gonna be looked at this by the stewards.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And that's Maxi T's session finished, isn't it?
I believe.
Or is it? I don't know how long's left.
No,
in the
maybe
session. It's not good.
he does have the entire front wing and pipe, but that's gonna be a very interesting one to look at with the stewards there. Does that mean Johnny R95 is on a lap? Hold on, because if he's still
I think
flying,
he was just about to start one. I think he was giving his teammate a tow and then he was about to start one. I'm not really sure. Obviously, because I'm not got the time and speed in front of me like you. I've retired from the session because I can't change car because I've got the wheel. But Maxi T's retired. There you go, he's out. Zalin is cruising. Now, what's Zalin about to do here?
Zalin
He's
was
running very, very wide at the final corner, letting them all go through. Is he about to start a flying lap, or is he finished? Partway drive looks as if he's finished too. He's gone very slowly out there. Michelangelo about to climb the hill. I think these guys are all getting ready for quick laps, aren't they, Jamie?
Yeah, I think they're all getting ready for one final lap, and all of them have. Okay, so Zalin was just speeding in the pit lane, so what he's done is just fine. But he's in.
Bullets popped in. Yeah, Zalin's in enough. Okay. It's me starting a lap. Bullet's currently 7th. He's gone a second off the pace. So he's done. Zalin's in the pits. Partway drive is about to end one or start one. I'm not really sure. I can't see the time. I don't know how long into the section we are. I think we're at the end of it though. And Lico Blocks, is he on a lap? Yes, he is. And he's got a Williams in front of him. He's currently 5th quick as he's 6/10 away from the pole time. The Haas driver heading up the hill now into this long sweeping right-hander. That's really tests the aerodynamics in the car, and he's hanging it out to try the back end, sliding on the Haas car. Look at that. Wow, he's really not got the rear end planted on that. Usually it's the brakes they're moaning about down at Haas, but that rear end was snaking about through the high-speed right-hander. You don't want to have that, Jamie, do you?
No, that's still something that's encouraging to see just before a very important race. But that's something the Haas guys are probably going to have to figure out, because it is going to rain tomorrow, and you're going to need all that grip that's possible.
Sure are, and Lico Blocks now climbs the hill then. What's he about to do? Partway drive is on a lap. He has started one. We'll stick with Lico Blocks for the moment. He's currently 5th quickest. Can he move up any further for the American team Haas? Lico Blocks stays in 5th, but he does slightly improve. So Lico Blocks for Haas is at best going to be 5th. We've got Lyle Blade coming up to the line now. Where's he going to go? 6th. He moves from 7th to 6th. And it's very, very tight between these drivers. Where is Partway Drive? We know he is out there. Partway Drive climbing the hill now. He's 2/10 away from the pole. Can the McLaren driver snatch pole right at the end of this section? Partway Drive heading for the line. Is it the pole? It's
Oh,
the
by
pole.
38 thousandths, just barely. Unbelievable stuff.
It's the front row. That will do for the boys down at McLaren. Eric Bullier is pleased enough with that. It's going to be very, very tight in the race tomorrow. Goodness me. Three drivers separated by less than 1/10 of a second. How close is that?
How close do you want that to be? That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Well, I'm going
Zalin
to...
is the winner. He is 197. 197 he ended up doing in the end. He went even quicker. Wow. 197. Partway Drive did a 197 at the end. Maxi T was ended up with a 199 in 3rd. So there's 2/10 in the end between them. But the top two separated by absolutely nothing. A 19.7. How quick is that? Goodness me.
Wow. And just to make sure...
And there's no more runners, I don't
Speeding
think,
the
in the session.
So that is it.
That is it for qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix. There's going to be rain tomorrow. Get excited, folks. We're in for a cracker. Zalin is on pole position with a 19.7. Partway Drive alongside him in 2nd. Maxi T in 3rd. Michelangelo 4th. Lico Blocks. The rain coming down. It's me 11th. Carl Meds is in 12th. Leave 2K 13th. Demon Ash 14th. Silent Assassin 15th. Pacifian is in 16th.
The commentators in 21st and 22nd. All right, dip on out of the lobby and come and join me. Let's get ready for the formation lap. Get ready for a very entertaining Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah, I think it's going to be brilliant. The drivers, as you say, Jamie, they're so closely matched. We're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat. I think it's going to be a good one, especially with the rain. Rain's going to really mix things up.
It should be an absolute classic. It's a shame the championship's been decided. It's a shame that nobody's been able to live with the consistency and the pace of Michelangelo. It really has been a shame that battle for the championship isn't going to exist. But I'm sure next season, when the drivers are all put into classes on their ability, it will be much, much closer on F1 2017.
No. Are you still in the lobby?
I've just joined the lobby again. I'm
okay.
Spectate now.
Good man. Good man. Let's have a good Brazilian GP, says Paul. Yeah, let's have it.
Don't you worry, we will deliver it. Hopefully the action on the track will be absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited for this one. There's really tight between the top few drivers, and Jamie, I actually noticed that Lyle Blade is on the mediums and he's starting, I think it's 5th or 6th, so he's going to be the dark horse. He's the one to watch. A lot of people are going to get a bit of a surprise, I think, when they see the rain coming down and they're on their soft tyres. Or sorry, they've made a pit stop and there's going to be drivers out there not pitting and just going straight on to the intermediates. That's if it rains, when we hope it rains, you know?
Yeah, we'll get a bit of a mix up here. I mean, you gotta say, these cars are, they're very quick in qualifying, so does that mean that they're set up for a dry race, or that no one has any clue it's gonna rain? But we're on the formation lap, and let's go find the leader.
I'm just joining back now, Jamie.
You're good, mate.
And I will run through the order. There we go, the formation lap then. Charlie will send them on their way. Zalan heads off, and you can see the skies already, Jamie. Look at that.
Yeah, it's looking quite menacing.
Yeah, we woke up this morning, it was overcast, it was looking cloudy, chance of rain, and immediately Lyle Blade down at Red Bull was rubbing his hands with glee. He was excited, he was hoping for rain midway into this race. It's not arrived yet, so that could really play into his hands. He's actually in the Williams Lyle Blade. Last time I remember, he was in the Red Bull. Was that not correct?
He was correct, yeah. Yeah.
So he's now in at the Williams car. But let's just have a quick rundown then as the drivers continue on the formation lap. Zalan, of course, the pole sitter, barely the pole sitter, just ahead of Parkway Drive in second, a 1:9.7. What a lap time that was, Jamie. Incredible stuff. And he's followed in by Parkway Drive, was in second, who was what, split by like 50 thousandths of a second, something like that, something ridiculous like that. I think it was 400s, 300s, 400s, something like that. I think that's what I said. But Zalan, Parkway Drive. Then it's Maxi T in third. He was quick too. He was the only other man in the 1:09 club. And these three are going to be battling it out really hard for the victory. But of course, the big key is what Lyle Blade does in sixth. But in fourth position, though, is Michelangelo. We know he is quick. He's the world champion, of course, the reigning champion. Fifth position, Lico Blocks. He's been sent back to the grid. And sixth, there he is, Lyle Blade. He's on the softs, actually.
Oh, he's on the softs.
Actually showed he was on mediums on a timing stream, so he's actually on softs, so that's my mistake. So he's not going to be the man to watch. So, oh dear, as they all bump together and get really close under the formation lap. Don't want to be banging wheels now. CJ 7th, Bullet 8th, 9th position is Johnny, 10th place is Forsticks. They're all on soft tyres, them guys. It's me's on the hards in 11th, hard tyres for him. Carlo's on the hards as well in 12th. Leave has gone for the medium tyre. Demon Ash has gone for mediums. And oh, this is crazy, man. Silent Assassin, hard tyre. 6th, Pacifian, medium tyre. DNA Joe, medium tyre. Louis is on the hard tyre. This is incredible. Baz, a medium tyre. You know what this means? The guys at the front, if it rains at the right time, are going to end up behind the guys at the back.
Oh no! I can see this one being a good one. The 5 lights are coming on.
Stay tuned. We're in for a cracker. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix. The lights are on. And we are racing in Interlagos. Leading the grid is Zalan. Can he hold on to the run down to the first corner? It certainly seems like it as they all charge down. And I've lost the leaders. Come on, give me the leaders.
Oh, the McLaren's around. Parkway Drive is around.
We had a huge accident. Wow, that is incredible. Force India, 2 McLarens wiped out already at the start of the race. One of the Mercedes as well. What an absolute mess as Zalin leads them away. What happened, Jamie? Did you see it?
I think Parkway Drive got squeezed in between the Ferrari and I think it was Maxi T, and it just didn't work out. He caught one of the side posts and just spun straight in oncoming traffic. I think
again, another one of the Toro Rossos down the field.
Yeah,
one of the spin on the exit of turn 4. Who was that?
I don't know who exactly. I think it was Bulletproof. That might have been Bulletproof.
Yeah, it was Bullet. Bullet went for a spin down at turn 4, and he's dropped right down the field. I think I've just seen it in the background. It was contact.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry, Jamie. Go back to what you were saying. What happened at the very first 2 corners?
It was Parkway Drive had a coming together. I think Bulletproof collected what was left of Parkway Drive's McLaren around the start. But other than that, the start wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's just unfortunate. He tried to go for a gap that was closing too quickly, and that was the end result. Oh, there's a change in the leadership here. I think it's between Zalin and
yeah,
that's Maxi T down the inside.
Straight up the inside goes the Mercedes driver. The British driver takes the lead away from Zalin. Wonderful stuff down the inside, and we're going to see a lot of that today, Jamie, aren't we? DRS moves into turn 1.
Yeah, a lot of that. But they may as well use well, it's still lap 2, but they may as well use DRS for as much as they can until the rain comes, because look at the sky. It looks, I mean, you can almost feel the coolness of the track. It's freezing out there, and the drivers are just trying to make these softs work.
It sure is, Jamie. I'll tell you what, that's why I've got the umbrella in the commentary box. If we're doing the podium interviews, don't you worry, we'll be taking the brolly with us on the way down there. But look at this, incredible. That wasn't even with the DRS. Imagine it with the DRS. Easy for Maxi T and that Mercedes. He powered past Zalin as if he wasn't even there. So Zalin second, Angelo is in third. Fourth is Lyle Blade on the soft tire, not on the mediums as I originally thought, as the game was telling me. CG is in 5th. Forsticks has climbed from 10th to 6th. What a great start from him. He's cleared the trouble. Lickle Blocks is down 2 into 7th place. 8th is GNA Joe. He's up from about 17th.
Wow, what a flying start.
What a start for one of the Saubers, and he's on the medium too, so that is the net lead if it rains with the right time. Only if it rains at the right time, that is. Silent Assassin is 9th. 10th position is Pizzepi, and the 2 Renault drivers. 9th and 10th is Louis. That is up the inside in 11th place. Ahead of Baza in 12th. Demon Ash in 13th, who was in the wars on the opening lap. Partway Drive, who dropped from the front row down to 14th on the attack behind Demon Ash. He's going to go alongside Demon Ash now. Side by side, down towards turn 4. Can he go through? Partway Drive, he can. Beautiful start from the McLaren driver, climbs up into 13th place. Next on his agenda is Baza. Lovely move. It's Demon Ash.
Oh, the Mercedes is well out. What happened there?
Don't know. Lost it big time, I think, on the exit of the corner. Spun up the rear tyres and ripped the front line clean off the Mercedes, and the mechanics scatter from the pit garage into the pit lane. Get a new front wing on that car.
Oh, Toro Wolff must be banging his fist on the pit wall. What? That's unfortunate. That's not what they. That's not what Mercedes needed today. But that track is looking very, very greasy. Is the rain?
Battle for third position right now. Michelangelo under pressure. Here comes Lyle Blade. Is he going to dive up the inside and take the place? Yep. He sets the fastest lap, and he snatches third place away from Michelangelo, the world champion. Lovely move from Lyle Blade, but can Angelo respond now? The Greek driver, the world champion, in the Ferrari. Can he come straight back at the Williams? Lyle Blade goes defensive. Michelangelo goes to the outside. Can he sweep round the outside? I don't think he can. What about the cutback, Jamie? What about the cutback?
Nah, he's not going to get it. Nah, Leo Blade did a brilliant job. He put the car in the middle of the track and hung him out to dry. There was no way Michelangelo was the traction out of that corner. That was brilliant racecraft by Leo Blade. And solid move.
Yep, and up into the podium places he climbs. The front 2 getting away a little bit, Jamie.
The front 2 are, I think the front 2 is Zalin and Maxi T, and they're bolting away. I think Maxi T's just out. No, he's still in the DRS of Zalin, so those 2 are having their own private battle for first place. I just can't help but keep looking at this track, and this track looks a bit wet.
But it seems to have that slight gleam to it.
Yeah, it has that slight, like, shiny grease look to it. But the drivers are going faster and faster, so it's making me think of it.
There's no rain yet, but I'm pretty sure the guys who started on mediums and hards will want it as soon as these soft drivers pit. We've got to move for 5th and 6th, Jamie. CG under threat here from Forsticks, the Scotsman, and he can't find a way through. One Ferrari dropping down with Michelangelo, the other on the attack. Here we go, CJ defending hard then. He went straight off the track through turn 1 and 2. He's really under threat here. And now, Forsyth dives to the inside. Is he going to make the move stick with the DRS up the inside? Very late braking from CJ, and he clings on.
Brilliant.
Good defensive work from CJ. We've seen that in the past. He likes going late in the brakes, Jamie, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes, that's a brilliant way to defend it, just to brake as late as you can. But now I'm just thinking about these soft owners. The average soft tire life is about 8 laps as CJ slides a bit on the curb. It's about 8 laps as the soft tires. The track isn't going to get wet enough, quick enough. And I really think if these guys have to pit again and the medium runners in the back and on the hards, this could be a very spicy race when the rain comes in.
Sure, well, that would be hilarious. That'd be exactly what we want to see.
I don't think the soft runners are going to make it.
Blocks. Tell you what, Jamie, Blocks is really closing in.
Yeah, he's closing that gap.
So Forsyth better get a move on and make that move very soon. No change up front. But what about this for Forsyth? So CJ goes defensive to the inside again. Forsyth picks up the slipstream and he doesn't decide for a late lunge up the inside. CJ clinging on still, but the Scotsman is looking menacing, isn't he, Jamie?
He's looking, he's hounding that Red Bull. He just wants to let him know that he's right there, weaving back and forth between his mirrors. But CJ, what does he do here? Forsyth to the inside. No! Thinks twice, almost puts it in the grass, but I think CJ just has just enough straight line speed to get away from that Ferrari. So obviously that's not very Red Bull-esque, but that car has been set up for the straight lines instead of the corners this time, which works out. If he stays ahead, it works very well. As what's going on up there for first place? What's going on there?
Yeah, it's getting tighter, Jamie. I was just thinking that myself. Maybe at the end of this lap, it might be worth watching. It's Alan sliding wide there. A little bit of understeer. And that might have his chances of taking the place on this lap being ruined there. It looked as if he was lining him up at the end of the lap. Lost all momentum, slid wide, couldn't get on the throttle. But to be fair to him, he's still quite close, Jamie.
He's very close. I think that even third and fourth are actually closing the gap. I can't tell if the track just doesn't have any temperature or the softs are going off. Because the softs only have about 8 laps of tire life. So that's going to be very interesting here. There's blue flags for some reason on the main straight.
Yeah, there's a car being lapped, I think.
Yeah, that's Ash.
Actually.
It's Ash, Demon Ash.
Who's had a bit of a disaster class, as you would say, Jamie.
Yep.
The opening laps of this race. Is Alan opening up
maybe not. No, that's Matthew T up front. So that's a bit
of a DRS train. Look how close this is.
Look at this.
All in your shot. Wow, this is brilliant stuff.
How do they
have a championship decided, and it might be uncompetitive in the standings, but on the track, it is
that's very different.
That's Alan and Lyle Blade, and then we've got Michelangelo. The top 4 separated by 2.1 seconds. Gap to the leader 2.1 from Michelangelo in 4th to the leader. Then a big gap back to Forsyth. I say big, it's not that big. 6.4. He is 5th. Lickleblock 6th. So what happened to Chris Johnson? Where's Chris gone?
Where's Chris gone? Maybe he's pitted.
Has he been in the pits? He probably pitted.
Yeah, he's been in the pits. He's on the hards. Or no, he's on another set of softs.
So he's on another set of softs. This is the key point now, Jamie. The gap, Louis is off the lead. Louis is the lead driver that's not on softs. He's on hard, and that's rain.
That's rain. I swear I saw drops. I swear. Yeah, that's rain.
These soft runners might have been bailed out big time here.
Oh, CJ must be fuming.
But the tires would be shot, Jamie. They must be shot to bits.
They must be shot to bits. There's no way. There's no way that those.
They're going to be forced in early. They're going to be forced in very early, in fact. We might get away with this. I tell you, if that rain came 2 more laps later, we might have seen a very strange running order for a while.
Yeah.
I think they might get away with it, you know. Rain is falling, and I am seeing the umbrellas going up all around the circuit here. Looking from the commentary box window in the grandstand. The approaches are going on. The
Parkway Drive,
going up.
Fastest lap, 12.3. I don't think it's wet enough. It may be raining, but it's not wet enough.
No, I know.
And
surely
they can't come in.
Take them all the way. They'll run the risk of getting a puncture. Jamie, 8 laps.
8 laps.
Experience.
Any more than that.
What percentage of the tyres are they going to be at right now?
They must be
at
least in the 70s. At least in the 70s, if not mid 75s. That's a bit risky. I wouldn't go anything past lap 8. Lap 8 is a push itself, and these guys are headed to lap 9. And there's no way this track is perfect for intermediates yet.
No, they're going to have to come in. They're going to have to bail out, and they are bailing out.
And
Look at that. No, they're not. They're not.
Oh no, they faked it. They stayed out.
This will decide the race, Jamie. If these tires pop, they're going to drop right down the order.
Oh
The next few
man.
laps will decide the fate of these drivers and the fate of this race winner, you have to feel. Maxi T clinging onto those tyres, Zalin clinging onto his in second, same for Lyle Blade in third, and also for Michelangelo in fourth. There's 2.2 separating them, 4-6 is fifth. Sixth position is Lewis on the hard tyre. He's only 7 seconds off the lead, Jamie.
Yeah, you know what? He may have pulled off a masterclass here because those soft tires are wearing out, and the move to come in for the I believe he came in for the hard tires. I think that was a good decision because there's no way.
He's not the hard tires, Jamie. He just
Oh, he started
on
on the hard tires. Okay, I confused him for Lyle Blade. Actually, apologies, but it's still not ready for intermediate tires. And man, it's gonna be a push. They're asking for too much from these softs.
The softs are destroyed, Jamie. Lewis is just
Look,
cruising on at the back of
you can see how slow they are. Look how slow the leaders are.
And it was 7.4 to the leaders through the last sector. He's now 6.1. He's taking
He's
1.5
closing
seconds.
1.5 seconds.
Surely they're going to pit now.
Surely they have to pit. The Mercedes in, Joe Russell's in.
Maxi T and Zalin into the pits, and Michelangelo too. He's got a puncture on the way into the pit lane.
Oh.
Maxi T has got a puncture on the way into the pit lane. How fortunate is that?
But what are they all going for? They're going for the intermediate tires. Ash is out of the session.
They've got to go for inters, and that rain has came just at the right time for them.
I think it
surely
might.
Lyle Blade's tyres are going to pop. No way is he going to get that car round without him getting a puncture.
Oh
He's going
man,
10
that's
laps
going to
into
be.
this race now, and Lewis is only 4 seconds behind him. He's taking 3 seconds out of him in the last sector.
He's taking 3.
Unbelievable.
Oh, this is unbelievable stuff here. If Lyle
The rain
Blade
is coming down even heavier. I'm looking out the commentary box window. There's Ted Kravitz getting the brolly up. The jacket going on as well. And the rain is falling here now, and the mechanics are pouring out into the pit lane for Lyle Blade. He's got to come in.
He's got to come in. He's got to come in.
I'm surprised he's managed to get them 10 laps. That is very impressive stuff.
That's incredible stuff. That
And
could have
Lewis
been.
was 4.1 behind him through the last timing beam. He's now
1.6
behind him.
1.6 seconds. So maybe it's
Unbelievable.
wet enough for the inters. I do believe it's wet enough for the inters, but the crossover point, it's not as obvious as I thought it would be. And what's Lewis going to do? Is he going to come in and pit?
No way.
No,
Lewis
he
can
doesn't.
keep going on those hards until it's wet enough. Lyle
that-
Blade's forced to come in, or he'll get a puncture. So Lyle Blade comes in. He's going to lose so much time here.
What lap times is everyone doing
He might actually
though?
come out ahead of those guys on inters, but he was struggling so much in the tyres that he might not actually. So 4-6 is in 2. He's boxed. Pacifian's in on the mediums, so maybe
Wait.
it is time for those tyres. Maxi T, is he going to be ahead or behind
Lyle
Lyle
Blade.
Blade?
Where does Lyle Blade come out?
This is the key question. Maxi
Has he
T
pulled up
into
a
turn one.
masterclass? Has he jumped the 3 of
Lyle
them?
Blade's ahead,
Yes,
isn't
he has!
What a brilliant
Oh!
move.
Wait, hold on. Yeah,
Wow.
he's done it. Williams masterclass in the pits. He's jumped all 3 of them.
How has he done that?
Wow.
Unbelievable from Lyle Blade. I cannot believe that. He must have balls. He has decided,
Wow.
look, if I get a puncture, it doesn't matter. And he's going to now be the net leader of this Grand Prix unless Lewis can stretch out those hard tyres and take the lead and mug them out, Jamie.
I don't believe that. I don't believe the intermediates are quick enough yet. I don't because.
Lewis is going to lead this. Unbelievable.
Oh, this is gonna. We have to watch the lap times very, very closely because.
Jamie,
Okay.
he started 18th. He started
Ether 18.
It's lap 11.
Masterclass. Mate, he's not that far off the pace. If he can stay underneath like the 120s, the slicks are
Going
still the way to
again,
go.
Jamie.
He's going again.
Going again. And Silent Assassin will probably go again. These two could actually lead this. But Silent Assassin seems to be struggling a little. He's coming in, I think. Yeah, he is. Silent Assassin and the pits. Same. And look at Lyle, but he's 20.8 behind. It's going to be close, Jamie.
It's going to be very close.
Lyle Blade loses it. Whoa, he nearly crashes into the wall. Huge slide, almost a mile.
Oh, and he's under attack.
And then Maxi T is pulling alongside him. Maxi T on the inside to take the place away.
And he's done
from
it, he's
Lyle
done
Blade.
it.
It might be the net lead. We don't really know, to be honest. And Maxi T takes second. They're still lapping slower than the leader, Lewis.
They're still lapping slower,
He's
and
got a great chance to take the lead.
had-
Unbelievable.
I have to say that the Mercedes did that move with DRS open, so that means that the DRS can. It might still be. Oh, I don't know. That looks like a lot of rain on track
It
though.
is dries, Jamie. It is. They're losing a sector to
Yeah.
Lewis out front.
Nah,
Lewis, from 18th in the grid, the American driver, is going to lead this race by the looks of it.
let me look at these lap
Wow.
times. Yeah, Lewis is lapping faster than any intermediate runner at the moment.
unbelievable. And I
Yeah.
said it in qualifying, Jamie. I said it in qualifying. Why are these drivers rushing out onto the track without checking the weather? Why are they doing soft tyre lap times? Then we said it at the start of the race in the formation lap. These guys from 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th down are going to have a great chance of leading the race.
Lewis
it
is
just
in.
so happened that the rain came at a point where it was forgiving enough to the guys that started on softs. It was only just forgiving them, wasn't it, Jamie?
It was
2 laps
just.
later and they'd all
Just.
been stuffed.
You had to take
2
a
laps
risk.
later. And now he's got to come in now, Lewis, and he has come in.
He's
Will
in.
he maintain the lead?
He'll
From 18th
drop.
on the
He'll
grid?
drop.
This is going to be it then. He leaves the pits now.
Oh, real? Wait.
What are you going to do? Exactly
Where's he gonna come
like I did
out?
in China. Here he comes.
If he comes out in the lead, there's no way.
He
Yes!
is coming out in the lead,
He
Jamie.
is! Wait, with the
Lewis,
McLaren side by
18 in the
side.
red,
Who's that McLaren?
13 laps in.
Oh, he's a lap
overtaken
down.
17 cars with a wonderful
And he's
strategy.
done it!
Lewis leads the race.
17 cars, and he's in the lead of the
In
race.
15 laps.
Unbelievable stuff. Lewis
Only in the ILR,
masterclass.
Jamie. Only in the ILR. Unbelievable.
That is
Up
the
into
best thing I've
lead
ever
goes
seen in my
Lewis.
life.
As we lose DNA Joe, is that going to bring out a safety car now? Because that was probably a very high-speed crash.
But safety
Safety
car,
car,
the
there
safety
you go.
car is out.
And there
Oh.
you go. Hefty shot for DNA Joe here. We don't know, we haven't seen it. But let's just take stock. of this
Wow.
incredible
Oh.
situation. The boys down at Red Bull are high-fiving already. They've
Masterclass
got
on the
their
pit
man
wall.
From 18th on the grid into
To
the lead
first.
of the Brazilian Grand Prix after just 13 laps of racing. Lewis leads from Maxi T, and who's in third? Lyle Blade, Michelangelo, fourth, Zalin is fifth, and they're all on the team radio, Jamie, saying, who the hell is that guy in the front? Who's that? That's what they're saying. And they're saying, yeah, mate, you should have checked the weather before the start of the race.
I have to say
Lewis,
that was
He's now
unbelievable. He's now leading. I can't believe it.
yeah, wow. Wow. Told you, mate. How do you get the pace to fight with these guys? How do you get the pace, do you think?
Yeah. When I said Lewis was the one to watch, I did say he's very quick. I've raced him before, and he's absolutely rapid. I really do think he has the pace to hold this one out until the end. Because you never know. I don't know what setup he had. He might have had a wet setup, like a high. Because remember, it's going to dry out. The race is going to dry out towards the end. So he has a hybrid, maybe a wet, dry setup that can help him hold these guys off on the inters and build a big enough gap to see them, to see his way to the end on the slicks. But that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Well, let's just take stock then. Lewis. Now and I tell you what, he's the only man that stayed out in the track. I think did they all come into the pits to get fresh inters because they burnt them out?
They might have actually. Let's see what stops. Let's see. Yeah, Michelangelo
he
is
didn't,
made.
He was just that far ahead of them. He's actually going to be so annoyed that the safety car's come out now.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. But let me see. Some people have made. Okay, Michelangelo and Zal. Oh, not only has Lewis made a jump, but so has Four Sticks and Silent Assassin. Because now they've only done one stop and they're in the top 5. Michelangelo and Zalan, who were net leaders, or at least fighting for the leaders, 6th and 7th.
Yep. So it's just all turned on its head, Jamie. It really has, and we're absolutely right. I think Michelangelo and Zalan come in again, Jamie. They come in again. They did choose to come in again.
Yeah, okay.
Because they
The
thought
inters
we'll
are
lose
burned.
a couple of places, but we're going to get fresh inters because we've burnt them out. You know what I mean? So Maxi T and Lyle Blade, their inters are going to be shot to bits already, Jamie. They're going to be shot to bits.
The question is, how
So
bad are
Lyle
their
Blade decided
inters?
to forfeit track position, Jamie.
The question is, though, is how bad are their inters for the other 2 net leaders to pit for a new session last? Because I could see the likes of Maxi T coming in for another set of the intermediate tires midway through this rainy session. But that's
Absolutely. But I think I have to say though, Jamie, the fact the safety car's out will help them a bit. You know, it will extend. It'll mean there'll be less
whatever
laps in
life
these
is in those
positions.
tires. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will help them. It will give them a chance to maybe do it. So we'll wait and see, Jamie. But it gives Lewis the chance to pull off an incredible victory because he's on fresh tyres.
That would be
Nobody
something
else
else
has
if he
that.
wins this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he kept his nose clean at the start. The guys from 10th down had to keep their nose clean because they knew they would have their chance. Jamie, the rain came on lap 8. Imagine it came on lap 10 or 11.
It would be looking at a very different pecking order, would we?
Yeah, you would honestly have the likes of Maxi T and Lyle Blade in 17th and 18th. Honestly, you would. Unbelievable. They've got away with it. They have got
They've got away with it. They've got away with it.
they could easily have had popping tyres. In fact, Maxi T had a puncture going into the pit lane. So
I'm surprised
how close they were.
he got the car slowed down entering the pits. Because I've known someone who blew their tire entering the pits, and that didn't really end very well for him.
No, exactly. So let's just take stock then, folks. Let's just run down the order under this safety car. Lewis leads this race. That is not a misprint in the standings. That is not an error. He leads this race from 18th on the grid after a superb strategy to start on a hard tyre and go to inters when the rain came down. Maxi T is second. Lyle Blade is third. Four Sticks is now up to fourth from 10th on the grid. Silent Assassin is fifth. He started 15th.
Wow, masterclass.
6th and 7th both came in for fresh inters because they burnt them out, having had to pit early because they started on softs. Vicipian is now up to 8th from 16th. Lickle Blocks is 9th. Johnny is 10th. Bulletproof up to 11th. He's been saved with this safety car after some early bumps. Partway Drive the same. He's now 12th. CJ is 13th. 14th is It's Me. 15th is Baza. 16th is Carl and a lap down. And 17th. And that's it really, isn't it? Well,
that's it.
2K is still out there. DNA Joe's crashed. That's the reason for the safety car. Demon Ash retired in the pit lane as well with issues. Oh, what do you think now, Jamie? What do you see happening from here on in?
Well, see, now I would love to say it's very hard to overtake in wet conditions, but I feel like judging by the forecast, it's gonna dry out towards the end of the race. So it all depends. Maxi T is second, right? He has a worn set of intermediates because remember he burnt his intermediates out. So it's a perfect situation. It's a perfect condition for Lewis to bolt away with the lead and to fit another set of the medium tires, maybe to see the way to the end of the race. But I don't know. I didn't think I'd see someone from 18th place leading the race. So it's very hard to make a prediction at this point.
Well, I've seen it coming. I've seen it coming at the start, Jamie. When we've seen all those drivers from 11th downwards on those tyres, I was just hoping and praying that the rain would come late enough to kill off these soft runners. It didn't come quite late enough to kill them all off and make this crazy, but it's crazy enough.
Crazy enough that they burnt their inters out.
Yeah, wow, absolutely incredible.
Safety car's lights are off.
Yeah, the safety car lights are off, and we are about to get racing again. Now, we're racing into the unknown now. We have got around 20 laps to go. We've got light rain that's beginning to show a little bit of sunlight coming through as well as Louis climbs a hill. Are we going to see an incredible win from 18th in the grid for Louis? They're about to get racing again. He drops the throttle any moment now, and we will be go, and the Brazilian Grand Prix will be back underway.
And here we go.
In conditions, Louis races off then with Maxi T right behind him as they cross the line to start the race once again. Maxi T on the attack on what will be now slightly more worn intermediates to their leader, and straight away he's on his case. The two Ferraris are chilling side by side. That's Michelangelo and his teammate. Look at that, two Ferraris, and through goes Michelangelo on his teammate almost immediately. Straight onto the back of Lyle Blade as well. This is Max Verstappen, not Michelangelo. Look at him, Jamie. Right onto Lyle Blade, having a look up the inside, but can't.
Nah, thinks twice.
Great start from Michelangelo, and look at him, he's climbing onto the back of Lyle Blade. Look at him, nearly pushing him.
Wow, how close is that Ferrari in that gearbox? The Williams going to take a look down the inside. No, thinks twice. Backs out. His teammate almost goes down the inside, but he backs out too.
I think, Jamie, we're very quickly seeing just how worn those tyres are on Lyle Blade, because Michelangelo is all over him.
I think Zallen around the outside of the other Ferrari.
What was that?
Zallen went around the outside of, yeah, he split the two Ferraris when the other Ferrari tried to go down the inside of his teammate.
And Michelangelo
side by side!
Side by side! How's he going to do it? Surely he's got the traction, he's got the tyres, does he have the traction? Round the outside! He does it!
What a move!
Star. Angelo up into third, that's why he's your world champion, folks. What a brilliant move from Michelangelo up into third place, and now he can chase after the two leaders. And
I think
look at
Zallen.
that already. Lewis has got a 1 second lead on Maxi T, and he has got 2 seconds on Michelangelo. The battle for 4th and 5th. Zallen now going past another car. Up the inside on Lyle Blade, who slides wide. His tyres are shot.
Oh, yeah, those intermediates are done. Oh, comes up with the other Ferrari.
The Four Sticks, the Scotsman's in the barrier. He goes for a spin. He must be absolutely furious. They bang wheels, and look at Lyle Blade. He's dropping like a stone.
He's had a disaster. That's and the other Haas is well off in the grass. Carl Metz is retired. Oh, that's a shame.
Carl Metz is out as well, and that could be another safety car. Unbelievable start to this race, Jamie.
That wasn't
that going again, and it's crazy. We cannot keep stock of this. We said nothing would beat Spa. Well, I have to say, We're not far away from it. We've got a guy who started 18th, an unknown quantity in this league, leading the race. And leading by 1.4 seconds and pulling away from Maxi T in second. Unbelievable.
I think the decision to go into a fresh set of intermediates has really paid off. It really has. Because Zalon and Michelangelo have gone from 6th and 7th to 3rd and 4th. And they're probably going to hunt down Maxi T.
It saved the races, Jamie. It saved the races.
It saved their races.
And now put them on the same situation as the leader. You know what I mean? Put them in the same bracket as the race leader. And they can now beat him on pace if they've got the pace to beat him. That's the question, though. The American's got a gap on them. That's the fact. That's the fact.
Yeah, I think he's... I think for Maxi T has to keep watching his mirrors because I think he's run a bit wide. What's going on there? Yeah, he's run well wide. Oh, and they're really closing that gap down to Maxi T. Maxi T's in a lot of trouble in those intermediate tires.
Yeah, he's struggling so much out there. Jimmy.
Oh, the Toro Rosso goes sideways to that corner.
Zalon,
I don't know how he kept that car. Wow.
He's kept it going. I don't know how. Unbelievable. Well, let's have another look then at the order then. Let's just have a quick run down. Lewis leads this race on lap 19 out of 36. He's got a 2.2 second lead on Maxi T, who is going to have to hold up Michelangelo, who's on a charge on those inters. He and Zalon are charging up towards the leaders. And I have to say, I think he's quicker than our man Lewis out front.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's actually quicker.
But he does have a gap, Jamie. He does have a gap. And the more Maxi T can hold him up, the better for our shock race leader. Zalon's in 4th, 5th is Lickleblock, 6th position is Bullet, 7th Frisky CJ, 8th position is Silent Assassin, and right behind him in 9th is Johnny, and right behind him is Parkway Drive, who actually had a stop-go penalty at the start for ignoring yellow flags. 11th is Lyleblade and dropping down massively. It's Me is 12, Baza 13, 14th is Four Sticks after his spin, Pacifian 15th, and that is it. Louis still leads then, and he leads by 2.6 seconds, and Michelangelo's all over the back of Maxi T, Jamie. That
Mercedes is struggling a lot. I've just been watching the rear end. It's been all over the shop.
The decision to fit fresh tyres has been vindicated, and look at this, straight onto the back of him goes Michelangelo. There's surely nothing Maxi T can do. He does the switch to the inside. Ferrari
brakes late.
Get ready, and he can't get through.
Wow, the Mercedes broke very late and held it. I think Michelangelo broke a tad bit too early.
Maxi T is defending hard, and it's helping our race leader Lewis out front. Michelangelo all over the back of Maxi T.
Yeah. I don't know how long he can hold on to that. Oh, your mic is cut out. But it's Maxi T followed in by God bless. Oh, he's disconnected. Now what? Well, Maxi T is followed in by Michelangelo, who is still being tracked by Zalon, but Zalon is starting to fall back. He has made a couple of mistakes, and that Toro Rosso sliding! Oh, almost loses the rear end through that corner. But I think that's going to be it for Maxi T. Surely he's not going to be able to hold off the Ferrari down the main straight, can he? Just one moment. There we go. Alright. So Maxi T is still holding on from Michelangelo. It's very, very difficult to overtake in an intermediate Brazil from personal experience. All over the curb. Oh, these guys are running well wide. Can Maxi T hold it for Michelangelo? It goes a slight bit defensive. Yes, he can. Brilliant that. I hope Andy hasn't fallen off his chair. I hope he's alright. Oh, the Ferrari down the inside of the Mercedes. Can the Mercedes hold around the outside? Yo, that's very close. Oh, can he nail it? Oh, he's not leaving the Ferrari any room. Michelangelo around the outside, turn 8. Can he nail it? Wow, Maxi T is not giving him an edge, squeezing him off track. And Michelangelo finally fights his way through. Can the Mercedes hold around the outside? No, he can't. And that's Michelangelo up in a second. Bless, what a move. What a move. The Mercedes tried to edge him off the track, but he held strong. And Zalon's going to try and take a look down the inside of the Mercedes, but he backs out and thinks twice. And now I can only imagine Michelangelo's going to begin his hunt for the leader, Lewis, the new American. But that was some brilliant racing. That was some good side-by-side action there. Anyways. Maxi T defending from Zalon. Zalon's been all over the shop though. Look at that rear end of that Toro Rosso. don't think he's going to get the move done as easily as Michelangelo did. You saw how hard the Mercedes fought the Ferrari, and I don't think the Toro Rosso is going to have it as easy. But Massey T is in the slipstream of Michelangelo, so it's not going to be easy for Zalon to get past. I just need to check my phone. Sorry, viewers. Just give me a second. Oh, is Zalon trying to go side by side with Massey T up the hill? Can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Brilliant stuff. What a move. It's evident that Massey T's tires aren't holding on any longer. Bless him as he it's contact at the back of the Toro Rosso, but he doesn't lose his wing. So that's good. And Andy is on his way back. Thank goodness. So you don't have to deal with me anymore. But that's, I gotta say, that's brilliant car control from Zalon. The rear end all over the track. But he gets the move done on Massey T, and that was brilliant. Oh, some class racing.
Oh no.
Oh, what's up?
I went for an ITV TV break, lads. I'm sorry.
Are you back in the session?
Thankfully, I've got a backup invite, so I will be back in the session in a moment, folks.
Mate, you've been missing some brilliant racing. Massey tried to make it very difficult for Michelangelo to overtake, but he squeezed him almost off the track, but Michelangelo got the move done, and then Zalon got him in sector 2. So it's been some brilliant stuff.
Do we still have Lewis in the lead?
Lewis is still in the lead, but Michelangelo, I believe, is hunting him down.
Oh no, don't get him, Michael. You've won the title, mate. Calm down.
Yeah, well, let's see what the gap is. Because, oh, Zalon all over the track. Goodness me. So the gap was 3.5. It's now 3.3 in closing. And I believe Massey T is under pressure from liquid blocks now. Massey T's tires are well off. They're well off now. What's going on here? Surely he's going to have to come in for another set of intermediates.
Well, I am back. So let's have a look then, Jamie. What have I missed? Lyle Blades, 10 and 12. Let's get back to the front. Let's get to the front. Let's get to the front. Where is our leader? And as you say, Jamie, the hunt is beginning.
Yep.
Lewis then, on lap 23, is still out in front. Second, Michelangelo. He's 3.4 away though, Jamie.
Look at the track. Look at the track though.
To get that down. And it's drying out. Jamie.
Yeah, it's drying out at a rate.
Yeah.
So that means mediums to the end? Maybe possibly even softs if it stays wet enough long enough.
Yeah, if they can just drag these out, but they don't want to. I think they could do. Wow, look at the sliding that Michelangelo's got going through turn 3. I think, Jamie, that they could go to softs, maybe on lap with 10 to go, because we've seen obviously that Lyle Blade did it, but it was very tight. But of course,
it was risky.
Qualifying on them. He did qualifying laps on them though, so. They're not going to put qualifying laps onto these new tyres when they fit softs, so there is a possibility softs would do it, providing they do it with 10 or 9 laps to go.
But Michelangelo, that gap it's going from 3.5 to 3.3 over 2 laps. So Lewis is doing his job of holding on to that first place position. But I do believe that things are going to change when it dries out. I do feel like Michelangelo has the upper hand in the drier conditions.
Well, we're not far away from finding out as the track continues to dry out and the drying line beginning to appear. Michelangelo beginning to appear in the mirrors of that Red Bull up front, although he's not closing that quickly, soaking up all the pressure that's been put onto him brilliantly at the moment. He's coming in, Jamie. Lewis,
he's
coming in for a set of the dry tyre.
Oh, and here comes Michelangelo. Who else is following him?
Michelangelo, he's in as well. So here we go. What tyres are going on that Red Bull car? This could decide the race. Lewis is going for the medium tyre. They're all coming into the pits. Lewis goes for the medium. Angelo goes to the medium. Who else is going for the medium? Zalon hard for Zalon. Wow, that's strange.
Zalon hard.
Has he ran out of mediums? Bullet is coming in and he is going. Bullet's gone for medium. He had to queue behind his teammate. They're all pouring into the pit lane and fitting mediums or hards. A lot of the drivers, of course, at the start would have used up their mediums. They wouldn't have any more left, maybe.
I think he brought the softest allocation. I believe the softest allocation means you don't bring a set of mediums.
Well, some of them.
I don't know why he would do that.
But Lewis is now out in front with 11 laps to go to hold on for a famous win. Can he do it with the reigning world champion Michelangelo hunting him down, putting the pressure on? Don't go anywhere, folks. We are in for a phenomenal closing to this race. Lewis, who started 18th, still clinging on to the lead of this race with the Greek god that is Michelangelo hunting him down. There's a gap, 2.6 seconds. What is it through this timing mean?
It's 2.7.
It's going up.
It's going up.
Lewis,
I think he can do it.
the American, can he complete possibly the greatest drive in ILR's short history?
That's gonna be it's gonna be incredible. Oh, Michelangelo's in.
Angelo's coming in. He's speeding the pit lane.
He's speeding the pit lane. Disaster for the Ferrari.
I do not believe it.
No.
Look at him down at Red Bull. They're jumping for joy. Cristiano Ronaldo falling off the seat. Adrian Newey can't contain himself. Michelangelo drive through penalty, and it's race
unbelievable.
His hopes of victory have been ruined. The flags are going down in the grandstand. The Ferrari prancing horses are limping now, and Michelangelo drops to 6th. His hopes of victory have been dashed. He might be the champion, but champions make mistakes, and it's all gone pear-shaped for the Greek god. He drops to 6th, and now there is only Zalin, who's 5.3 behind Lewis, who can stop him from collecting an almighty famous win. Jamie, your thoughts on it now?
Oh, that's unbelievable stuff, because that was the only person I could see being a threat to the Americans' win, and now he's gonna bolt, and now the battle for 3rd is on. I didn't realize that the Mercedes is coming for the hard tires, and he's under pressure from Lico Box. Mercedes disaster with the strategy. Why do they put it on the mediums or the hards?
Jamie, Zalin did the same thing. So if Lico Box gets a move on, he might even get a 2nd place from this. Who would have predicted that?
Lewis, fastest lap.
Lewis winning. And the fastest lap,
12.0.
Nothing is going to stop Lewis. And now Lico Blocks is on a charge. Can he get onto the back of Maxi T? This has been an inspired drive by Lewis out front. Can he cling on? Zalin 2nd, 3rd is Maxi T with Lico Blocks and a Haas all over him. Let's have a look elsewhere. Michelangelo already up to 5th. Somebody's come into the pits to allow him to do that. CJ running alone in 6th position. Let's look for a battle further down. That's me alone in 7th. Johnny's 8th. 9th is Bullet. He was the man that came into the pits. And he is now 10th actually. Johnny goes past him. Partway Drive goes past him, and Bullet comes out in 10th on a medium tyre. Lyle Blade 11th. 12th position, Pacifian, and under threat from Baza and Forsticks. That's a battle to watch, Jamie.
Which one?
There's nothing happening at the moment in the battle for the lead. We might watch that. Let's just see if Maxi T is under threat. He is still under threat. We'll stick with that at the moment.
Maxi T's under threat, yeah.
Yeah, we'll stick with that. But I do like to go and see what's happening further down the field, so that the drivers after the race can go back and see their action if they're not even at the sharp end. You know what I mean? You like to see TV time for all the drivers. But at the moment, this is priority. Maxi T in 3rd, Lico Blocks on the softer compound, the medium compound, as opposed to the hard. As Zalin sets the fastest lap
to
try
on the
and respond to Lucy's pace. Is there any move being made? Doesn't look like it. As Maxi T goes onto the crash and into turn 1.
He's too much straight line speed. Lico Blocks is not a straight line speed in that Haas. He can't get it.
And now Michelangelo pumps out some frustration with a new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Zalin is closing in, Jamie. 4.1 behind.
He's actually closing that gap. What in the world's going on?
No, please don't, Zalin. Please don't. I don't think I can handle it. I don't think my voice can handle it. I don't think the Red Bull garage can handle it. The sister team, Toro Rosso, could come along and spoil the party. The gap is being chopped, sliced and cut from Zalin, the Hungarian driver, bit by bit, sector by sector. 4.1 at the moment. Is there going to be a response from Lewis in this middle sector, Jamie? Let's have a look then.
Let's take a look.
As he heads down the, down the hill. Zalin, 4.1 adrift at the moment. It's 4 seconds now. Needs to be more than that if he wants to get closer to Lewis.
He has to build a gap because, you know, the mediums don't last. It's not going to last as long as the hards. So this is all playing into Zalin's favor if he can go quicker and quicker. The gap is now 4.0. Up to line, what's the gap now? It's 3.9. So it's closing.
Down, but not quickly enough, Jamie. Needs to be more than that. Maxi
it needs to be more than that.
And remains ahead of Lico Blocks. Lico Blocks cannot find a way through with that straight line speed on that Mercedes. Angelo 5th, 6th is Fiskisigi, 7th it's me, 8th position Johnny, and he's under threat from Parkway Drive. Let's have a look at this, Jamie.
Johnny.
Parkway Drive, it's me and Johnny battling for 7th, 8th and 9th. A real battle going on here. Johnny, in fact, is going to make a move on It's Me, isn't he? Johnny up the inside of It's Me in the half.
Oh, side by side.
Side by side. Banging wheels, are they? Very, very close. Parkway Drive ready to pick up the pieces.
Oh, It's Me is off.
Because off the track goes It's Me, sliding off in towards the barrier. And his race has been ruined.
I saw Maxi T defending heavily from Lico Blocks. So wow, look how close it is now. Lico Blocks pushing him through the corners.
Close. Yeah, that's very close. Did you see that, Jamie? What
I
do you
saw-
think happened in turn 3?
It might have been a bit of a side pod glitch because it's me 123 didn't look like he made such a hard impact, but it was just unfortunate. I think he just turned it on the side pod and just went off.
Yeah.
Racing incident, but it was an unfortunate one.
By the way, Jamie, 3.4 out front. The gap
3.4.
bits. What is that across the line?
3.2.
This is going to be close. And it's going to get less. It's going to get cut even more because the mediums will wear quicker than the hards.
Yeah.
Surely. Still defending brilliantly from Nickel Blocks.
Surely Lewis has to turn up
Drive
the
is all
engine.
over Johnny, Jamie. The battle for 7th and 8th then as they come up towards the line. Partway Drive opens the DRS on that McLaren. Is he going to pull it onside? Johnny defends to the inside. Partway Drive moves to the inside line and dives up the inside. Johnny hangs it.
Johnny around the outside.
Wonderful drive of the Haas man. Great stuff, Jamie.
This is incredible stuff.
And now Partway Drive is going to get a second bite of the cherry. Can he make his move now on Johnny? Can he stamp his authority on the battle?
Down the inside.
No, he can't.
He cannot.
Johnny
wow. Johnny defensive masterclass. I had to give it to him. That was brilliant defending there. Where is Maxi T? What's going up there? Nickel Blocks just can't get the run on Maxi T.
He just cannot get the run on him. 2.9 out front. 2.9.
Oh man, he's cutting it.
Watching at home.
What is it now? What is it now?
18th in the grid.
2.7.
11.9.
11.9.
Fastest lap. That is incredible. It's on the hard tyre. Wow.
And the track isn't even in optimal condition.
2.7. And Silent is slicing it to bits, and still Nickel Blocks cannot find a way through. But he's got the DRS again. Is he going to close in as he approaches turn 4? Not enough.
No, he can't do it.
Meanwhile, Partway Drive is up the inside, Jamie, and he's through this time. He's cleared Johnny.
Has he cleared it? Yeah, he's done it.
He's cleared him. Partway Drive ahead
remember
of
the
Johnny
second
up into that 7th place. And
Johnny opens his DRS. He will. Definitely. Look at that straight line speed. Johnny back down the inside. Can he hold it? Parkway Drive around the outside. Oh, side by side. Yes, Parkway Drive holds it. Just barely. Unbelievable stuff here.
There, though. He's going to try and swoop right around the outside.
Not here. Not here. Not here. Oh my word. There's no way. What a move by Johnny.
That is the best move of this season. Hands down. Round the outside. Under pressure. Johnny, what a move. Take a bow, son. Take a bow.
Parkway Drive sideways.
Parkway Drive slides wide. He's in shock at that because it was absolutely incredible. What a move!
Wow.
Jamie, your thoughts on that?
I have no words. I thought surely not. He was not going to try it there, but he nailed it. What a move! That's actually the best move I think I've ever seen in ILR history. Parkway Drive, can he get the DRS? No, yeah, he can, but he's not going to be close enough. Nah, that was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Lion Blade responds 11.9. He's turned the engine up.
Oh, and look at Nickel Blocks. He's all over Maxi T now, Jamie. The fight for 3rd and 4th.
Let's see this.
Pushing him through the corners. Come on, get a move on. He's saying to the Mercedes driver, Nickel Blocks in the Haas through the tight, twisty section. That is his best opportunity. That is where he's quicker.
He has to get a good run.
Jamie.
He has to get a good. He needs to get a slingshot off the final corner because he's not getting a good line. He keeps taking a very awkward line to the final corner, but soon enough he has to turn the engine up and go for it.
Well, I have to say this, Jamie. I actually think. I mean, where do you overtake? If you can't overtake at the end of turn 1 or turn 4, what do? You do what your teammate did. Take a leaf out your teammates, but Johnny, and go down the outside.
And go around the outside.
Yeah, that's what you do. So what he do it this time? He's probably been told down the team radio, you can't do it in the straights. Do it around the outside of 5 and 6. Nickel Blocks is probably responding to his team, going, "Hey, are you having a laugh?
Yeah.
No chance." But we'll find out as they approach the braking zone for turn 4. And now they begin the swoop. Down at the hill through 5 and then
Parkway Drive down the inside of Johnny R95. He's done it this time.
Oh, but hey, don't you worry. Johnny will come straight back at him.
Yeah, he's going to be right back at him again.
He will.
Oh, wow!
Front,
Parkway Drive, how defensive do you want to go?
2.1 the gap out front as we go back to Parkway Drive against Johnny, which is just
surely
insane.
He's not going to do it again.
I've got the utmost respect for one another. Surely Johnny's not going to do it
again. Parkway Drive at the wall!
Into the grass, up to the wall, damages the floor and runs wide. And Johnny has released again.
Wow, what a drive by Johnny. What a
His
drive.
defensive driving is incredible.
Parkway Drive must be fuming. He's under pressure from Bulletproof. But where did Bulletproof come from? And Lion Blade's here too. It's going to be a four-way scrap.
Yeah, not only that, Jamie, the gap at the front is 1.6.
Oh no, it's too many battles to watch. Michelangelo fastest lap 11.9.
This race is coming alive. It was already alive, but it's coming even more alive. There's a battle for everywhere you look. There's a battle for 12th and 13th. There's a battle for 8th, 9th, to 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. Is Parkway Drive under pressure from Bullet?
Everywhere we look.
Nice. He managed to hold it.
Super Evil Dragon will be jealous. They keep getting the good races. They keep getting the good races. And the gap out front, 1.6 seconds. Lewis, as Baza spins right in front of the leaders. Lewis and Zalin, 1.6. Has Lewis left a little bit in the tank just in case Zalin gets there? 1.4. The gap continues to get whittled down. Surely Zalin isn't going to deny him this late on. We're into a thrilling climax to the Brazilian Grand Prix. Leading from 18th in the grid is Lewis, but he's been caught by Zalin, the Hungarian driver. Hand over fist. The gap was 1.4 for the last six timing beam. It's now 1.5. There is a response from Lewis. Can he cling on?
Oh, Lewis might get. I think Lewis got DRS off of the car in front too. That might help. But he's not pulling away as quick as I thought.
Lickleblock still struggling to clear Maxi T. If you can't do it on this game, good luck doing it on F1 2017, mate. Lickleblock's really struggling. He can't find any way through. Come on, Lickleblocks. Do what your teammate did. Round the outside.
Yeah, around the outside. Come on.
Come on. Amateur. Well, he do it, Jamie. I can't see it. He's running out of time. He's running out of chances.
He's running out of time.
The problem is, Jimmy, he needs to get alongside into 4 to get the chance to do it into 6. That's the problem. And he doesn't actually have the straight line speed to even put himself into that position. So I'm afraid it's not going to happen. Parkway Drive and Johnny are going to do it all over again, Jamie.
Mate, I don't know what to watch.
It's 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th all in a line.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, all 4 of them on the heading to the final lap. But you got to be watch out. You have to watch out here because the battle for first is on. I think the gap is 0.8. It's the final lap.
Oh my goodness me.
It's the final lap
of the 2017.
11.9, fastest lap. 11.938.
Oh, this is incredible. Lewis is under real threat now. 18th place on the grid. He now leads, but on the final lap, it might get snatched away from Zalin. By Zalin. Formula 1 can be so cruel, but surely not this cruel.
He's not close enough. He's not close enough.
3 miles to go. Surely he can cling on. I'll lose my voice if he doesn't. Zalin is all on the back of him. 0.4. Jamie, can he do it? What do you think?
No, I don't think he can because that Red Bull is a lot of straight line speed. If any chance, he'll have to go side by side to the finish line, but that's his last hope. I don't think he can get the run on that Red Bull. I don't think he can. This is so close.
Are we going to see a Stroll Bottas? Please no. Lewis, though, he can have so much less traction, Jamie, because his tires are short.
No, but that straight line speed. Oh, he's so close.
To an IR race ever. We have seen.
Oh, Johnny Oliver's out. He's crashed.
But forget that for now, because Lewis is
the battle for first.
Pressure. Zalin is right there. Zalin
Surely not.
He's going to make a move. Surely he's too late. It's got to be too late.
He's done it. Lewis is going to do it.
It's going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. What a drive. But
he says he's coming by the winner, but he says it's P2. So I think the winner actually is Lewis. I think he's won that race. I think he's held it. What happened to Johnny R95? What happened?
He must have crashed. There must have been a huge shunt.
It must have been a massive shunt.
There must have been, but incredibly, it's a magnificent result. What a victory! He's done it. He's done it from 18th.
Bulletproof is in 7th. So that means that Parkway Drive and Johnny R95 must have come together.
They must have. In this incredible finale, Parkway Drive is now 9th. And it's going to Drive.
Oh. Now that is unfortunate.
Is going to get 10th. But it's an incredible afternoon.
Wow.
Lewis to come and win the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's won it. Zalin had a penalty.
The greatest drive in TGA, in ILR history, the greatest drive in ILR short history. We've seen the greatest overtake in ILR history, the closest finish as well for the victory. Lewis wins from 18th on the grid with the perfect strategy. What a result. ILR1, follow that up if you can, because that was sensational. He wins from Zalin, Maxi T third, Littlebox frustrated in fourth, Michelangelo ruining that penalty in fifth, CJ sixth, Bullet seventh, Lyle Blade eighth, Parkway Drive ninth, 4-6 gets the final point, Johnny annoyed in 11th.
Bless.
Wow. Let's get them in here for podium interviews.
Yeah, let's see what we can get in. I'm gonna get in a mix of drivers. Let's see what I can get in. Let's see, who do I want in here? Well, definitely get Michelangelo in here. Cause that was, I wonder if Zalin has a mic. Oh, let's get, no, I have to get Johnny R95 in here. Who else is in mic? Who else? To just get people with mics in here. I don't think Lewis is a mic. I'll invite these guys for now, and we'll have a word with them. But Johnny, well, I definitely invited Johnny for sure. Well, that was incredible. Johnny boy, what happened to the final lap?
Parkway been battling for like the last 10 laps before then.
Well, we see that.
Yeah, side by side into turn 4, made like slight contact. My back end's come out, and then I think it was Bulletproof just came in and just hit my front left, and it flew off pretty much.
Was there anything Bullet could have done to avoid it?
I don't think so, because there was a train of 4 of us all next to each other, so I don't know whether we'd have had time to avoid it.
Yeah, we saw the battle raging before the final lap. We saw obviously the 4 of you in a line. We had to go to the lead because it was possible we could have had a Bottas Stroll on the finish line. It didn't happen, but we missed that. So we just wanted to hear that. But we have to say, that was one of the greatest overtakes in ILR history. Round the outside into 5. What?
Oh, yeah.
Talk us through it.
Yeah, it was in 6, wasn't it? The right-hander.
Oh, yeah, 6. Sorry, 6, not 5. My mistake.
I think Parkway he got a bit of a bad run out of 5.
Yep.
So it just allowed me to get a bit of a toe round. And it was just good driving from both of us. He gave me the space on the outside, I gave him the space on the inside.
That was incredible. I lost my voice.
And to get the move done was so good.
That was a brilliant move.
That's probably the best racing battle I've had ever. It was so good.
That was fun to watch, Ray. I promise.
That might have cost Haas third in the constructors as well because we were on for it.
Oh dear. 1 week.
I don't know where the other Force India's finished. Cause I know that Tizik retired. I don't know where the other one finished.
To be honest, mate, though, like, I'm just trying to get local blocks in here. But honestly, mate, that battle, I'm gonna upload the clip. You just need to see the reaction of that move you pulled at Parkway Drive. Like, we lost our voice. We lost our voices. That was probably one of the greatest moves I've ever seen in my life. And congratulations. It's a shame it had to end that way.
Yeah, it is a shame, but yeah, thank you.
So how do you feel going into the final race of the season next week?
Don't even know what track it is, to be honest.
Oh, it's it's Abu Dhabi.
Oh God. I think that says enough, really. I really don't like that track.
Yeah, I'm not.
I thought today would be a good result for me, but it turns out it wasn't. 2 retirements in Brazil in 2 days.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
there was some form of incident in turn 2,
Yep.
and it lost half my front wing, so I had to pit and change for mediums to take it to the rain.
Can I ask you this? Why did you? Well, obviously you can't speak for the entire field, but it was the first thing me and Jamie noticed. It was the first thing we noticed that there was rain coming 20 minutes into the race, and we immediately said, right, forget it. Do not put the soft tires on because we're going to have to stop before we can go onto the inters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you know about this? Did you know about that, or were you unaware? Did you just not check the weather and then that's how it happened? Or
No,
were you aware?
I'd selected softer as my tyre, for the race, so I had no sets of mediums to use in qualifying.
Oh, right,
Oh.
okay. Let's see.
Give me 1 second.
I think there was quite a few of us that went softer because in a normal dry race it's easier just to do the 2-stop with soft tires, so you don't need to qualify on mediums too much.
See it?
Good to see Local Blocks. What's up, man?
You missed out on the
Not
podium,
much.
no champagne, but you were very close.
No, Zalin had that 5-second penalty, so didn't he drop 4th?
What?
Oh wait.
Zolin does have a 5-second penalty from Canada.
Oh, that's right.
So he does get the champagne then.
So he does
Okay.
get the taste of the
My
champagne.
apologies. Hey, brilliant.
What was going on, Local Blocks? Did you just not have the drive out of the corners or what? You couldn't seem to get close enough to Maxi T.
No, I had no drive out that corner whatsoever. My straight line speed was shocking. Literally.
Oh, hold on.
And then the last... Hang on.
Actually, you know what? Actually very interesting. Actually, sorry just to interrupt you. I just got word that the race leader wants to join the race winner wants to join the party. So hold your thought for a minute, Local Blocks. Let me get him in here. Don't say anything because no one can hear you. 1 sec. Yeah, just give me two seconds.
You might as well just joined our party because all 3 of us were all in the same party together for that race.
Oh, I could. That would have worked so much better. All right, hold on. Okay, all right. So now we can get this going. I invited Lewis, so if he's online, he can feel free to join us. But Zalin, how did that race pan out for you? What was going on? We saw you closing that lead down like at an insane rate. Do you think, bar your penalty, do you really think maybe one more lap and you would have had him?
Well, I would have, but I wasn't really attacking him because I knew that I have the penalty, and the game gave me a bullshit 2 warning penalty too for running wide at the same corner. So my race was pretty much fucked, though I had 8 seconds. So rip podium. Well, if my 3 seconds could get removed, and that would be good, because I can maybe get P3.
Yeah, definitely. I do believe if you send that footage over, they can definitely see what we can do. But that was brilliant.
Okay.
You were flying on the hard tires. I have to give it to you. But the man himself, Lewis, my man, how did that victory feel?
Not a bad day, you.
No, not a bad day.
Not a bad debut, is all you've got to say. It was sensational. It was absolutely incredible. We were sat there in the commentary box and we said, those guys from 11th to 20th that are not in the soft tyres, if that rains at the right point, they get a great chance of winning this race. And boom, Lewis kept his head through the traffic and delivered. Absolutely incredible. What was it like with that pressure at the end from Zalin though? What was it like?
We was all in a party together, quite a few of us, like Johnny, Little Block, Starlin, Mike, and Maxi. And so I knew he had penalties, and I didn't know about his 5-second penalty. So luckily I got told about it, and then I just coasted near the end.
That was brilliant.
Too much left at the end.
And that silent assassin, it was getting laps when he broke my wing.
Oh, yeah. I had to say that lap traffic was there was a lot of lap traffic today. I think it was just because of just crashes and stuff. But you guys did a very good job to clear the traffic.
And Maxi T were like an invite to the party.
Maxi T.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Yeah, get
Very
him.
set.
I chose harder.
You chose harder.
Oh, you chose the harder tire. So
Alan, what did you choose?
Yeah, well, I always go with the hard, so except the tracks like Monaco or
Okay.
Canada.
Yeah.
So-
But what's it called
But-
though? When I was really debating at the start of quality. I waited for like 4 minutes thinking, should I start on the mediums or should I start on the hards? Not hard, sorry, softs. And it didn't help me when I got a delayed start, so I dropped like 3-4 positions off the start, which really affected my race a lot. And then at the end, there was a Renault, like on lap 36. I think I was having my best chance to try and have a go at Maxi T, but he got in the way of the S6, the like little S's, and I couldn't. He made me run one with like 4 or 5 tenths on the Maxi T, which ruined me pretty much.
Well, that was unfortunate. My other question was, so why soft tires then? This is to Alan and to Lego Blocks. Why softs?
Why?
What, you seen the rain was coming? Why softs?
We were trying to swing it. That's all I can say.
Some
And we managed to do it, so it was pretty good. Though I was at 80% when I had to pit, so
80%. Wow.
yeah,
If that
pretty
rain
lucky
came
with
any
it.
later, if that rain came any later, we would have had 11s to 20 of leading the race.
Yeah.
To top 10 below that. That would have been incredible. But still, Lewis pulled it off. He was the only man that managed to cling on to the leaders from down at the bottom end of the grid and pull it off. So well done to him. Maxi T, great result for yourself. Disappointed it wasn't the victory, but what have you got to say? What, you on the podium, P2 in the end after the penalty for Zalon.
Boys, I had a good start off the line. Managed to get up into P2. Started on the soft, so I knew it was going to be hard to get to the rain period, but luckily managed to do the stint. I actually, when the safety car came in during inters, I stayed out, which in hindsight maybe wasn't the best idea, but managed to get the tyres back to the dry and fitted hards, wanted to just push the whole of the rest of the race, and luckily it paid off. Luckily I've got P2, so I'm not going to complain.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
recovery. Very good recovery actually from that mistake at the safety car. Can I ask you as well, see when the safety car was pulling into the pits, what state were your inters in? What percentage were we talking?
Well, when it actually came in, it was 29%, and I had to do an extra 10 laps on those, so it wasn't easy. I think it was about 76% once I eventually pit, but
Wow.
yeah, quite
Wow.
lucky.
Yeah, you were. You were very lucky. You were lucky twice, really. You were lucky there, and then you were also lucky. And everybody in the top 10 was lucky that the rain came in lap 8, and it gave them enough to just sneak home and crawl into the pits on their soft tires. What kind of percentage were we talking when we pitted on lap 9 and 10? Were we an 80-odd%? Everybody?
Yeah, it was around 80, 77, I think. Or it wasn't easy, the tyres throughout the race, but I'm not going to complain, obviously. I'll take the result, P2, and I think that's my best result of the season, so
That's well deserved. Well deserved.
thank you.
That's well deserved. So that wraps it up. We've got to say congratulations to Lewis. That, in our opinion, me and Amy's opinion as commentators, is the greatest drive in ILR's history. It also the greatest move.
Yeah,
Overtaking
greatest
from Johnny
move by
in ILR's
Johnny.
history.
Wow.
Big shout out to that. Make sure you watch that one back, folks. It was an absolute cracker. What a race. We must go now, because now it's time
For
ILR1.
ILR1.
Soup and Evil will take up the commentary. Me and Jamie will jump in our race seats.
Yeah.
Thanks again, folks, and
Thanks,
we'll
guys.
see you in Abu Dhabi.
See ya.